It's 3:11 p.m. I'm BP311, and these are the BP311 Weekday Sports Picks. This is the Weekday Sports Picks show for BP311 on YouTube and Twitch, streaming live both. I will put a separate video on TikTok and more abridged version, just the picks, quick out, 3 minutes tops. This one, usually we go 10 or 15 here. Trying to make it more of a staple, going right at 3:11 p.m., make it easier to remember BP311, 3:11 p.m. Most days, not every day, like I said, one day a week I'm going to be golfing. But Monday through Friday, most days, trying to hit 4 out of 5 when I'm not doing a special this week in sports betting, which probably will be a couple weeks before we do another one. Trying to keep it at 3:11 p.m., so welcome back in. Thanks for being here. Like, comment, share, subscribe, try and grow the channel. Let's get some people on board coming at 3:11 p.m. every day, almost every day. Trying. All right, yesterday, no harm, no foul, 1-1. Golf ideas, the tournament just started today. I'm not going to give you anything up to date on that just yet. We'll wait and see what happens with Spieth and Finau and Rose, right? As far as the round robin in the MLB, the early games hit for me. The Brewers beat the Padres, the A's beat the Mariners. The late games did not go so well. Reds beat the Cubs, Rays beat the Marlins. So 2 out of 4, basically got my money back on the round robin there. That was an idea, so not much more to say about that. In the NHL, the Blues did exactly what I wanted them to do. I didn't have the heart to take their money line, but I wish I would have. It would have paid a lot better last night. So what I did was I took the over 6.5. I was confident in that pick and that play, and it did hit 5-4 overtime win for the Blues. They extend the series. It's 3-2 now. We go back to St. Louis, and look, they still got a chance to make this a series and potentially still win this thing. Home ice for Game 6 is crucial. Obviously, their backs are against the wall each and every game. They came back from a 4-1 deficit in the third period to tie the game, pushed overtime, and then a game winner in OT for the Blues. And overall, it was an 11-goal game. I'm sorry, can I count? 9-goal game, 5-4. So the over hits, and that's a W. The other side of it, I told you it was kind of wishful thinking on the Heat, plus money, even money on the money line. Boston beats them 93-80 in a very low-scoring game. So if you took the under 204, you hit. If you took the Celtics, you hit. I just can't back Boston, and I won't, and I hope they go away. And it looks like they're probably going to end up in the finals, but I don't think they can beat Golden State, and I don't think it'll be Dallas. And Miami still got a chance to do something here, so we'll see what happens, and that's pretty much where we're at there. So like I said before, May hasn't been good to me. We're trying to get back as best we can, and more so in the overall record than in the record for May. I know I'm not going to probably be able to get the 500 here with 5 days left, but we're going to try to get as close as we can, and in the process, beefing up that all-time. So May, yesterday's 1-1, May 24-39, all-time 192, and 6. So that cushion that I had has gone away, and I'm back down to 500 all-time. As far as public picks are concerned, financially, I'm not. I'm way ahead. I've invested some money. I've spent some money. I've got some money. I've got a bankroll. But, we'll do what we can here. I'm going to give you 5 picks today. All right? And we're going to get going on that right away. We're going to start in the NHL. There's 2 games tonight. Look, I'm rooting for the Flames. I think they're a more gritty team with a better goaltender. He hasn't looked that in this series. Markstrom has looked a little bit weak. Smith has looked better, but I know that Smith at times can be porous in the net, and I hate that about him. I want whoever wins this series to be able to, and to have the full package ready to beat Colorado, because the last thing that I want is an Avalanche victory in the Stanley Cup Finals or even in the Western Conference Finals. The last thing I want is a Boston Celtics victory in the NBA Finals. Looks like it might happen in the East, unfortunately, but that's yet to be seen. Anyway, not to get ahead of myself, tonight, the Canes are at home. They win. They've won every game at home in the playoffs so far. They can't seem to win on the road. That may push the series to 7, but I think they'll still win the series. I think they're the better team. I think they got the better goaltender right now. I know Igor's been really good in the past, but Ranta seems on point this season. The Canes have the firepower to do it. So I know Tanner took the Canes 3-way to win in regulation at plus 108, because you don't want to take a minus 170 or whatever they are for the regular money line. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the puck line minus 1.5 plus 180 on the Canes. It's actually now a little bit better. If you go over to DraftKings, it's plus 185. Taking the Canes puck line, I think they can get it done by 2 goals. Most games in this series have been won by multiple goals. Only that first game, which was the only overtime game in round 2 of the entire Stanley Cup playoffs up until last night when the Blues pushed it and got the win, stayed alive. So that's my first play in the NHL. My only play in the NHL, Canes minus 1.5 plus 185 puck line. Moving on to the NBA. We got the Warriors and the Mavs tonight. It's Game 5. It's in San Francisco. Golden State's got a chance to get this thing done and just finish it out. I love the Mavs. I love Luka, all those guys. I just don't think they got what it takes to continue anymore. I think the Golden State Warriors are going to finish it at home in Game 5 and get ready for the NBA Finals. So I'm going to take the Warriors -7 against the Mavs. Game's on 9 o'clock on TNT. It's now down to 6.5 points, so I wish I would have waited, but -110 is the consensus there. Backtracking just a hair, the NHL game tonight that I did put action on is on at 7 o'clock on ESPN with the late Flames Oilers on 9:30 or 10. Then we're going to go into MLB. I got 3 plays in MLB. Sports betting isn't about who you want to win, but who is going to win. Quit being a homer. I'm not a homer. I'm not from San Francisco. I'm not from Dallas. To a degree, I hate the Avalanche because I'm a Red Wings fan, but I'm also a Blues fan. And I think it's a combination. I mean, everybody's got their own deal, okay? Johnny Hahn, been on the show several times. Like the guy, love the guy. Go support the guys. Johnny Hahn wins, Bodon wins, T-Mac. Love those guys. I know as far as John is concerned, he doesn't have a favorite team. He's totally professional, and it's all about winning, right? It's all about winning money. I know with Bo, it's about winning money, but he likes the Mavericks. He likes his teams in Texas and his teams in Dallas, okay? Tanner Kern's a very avid sports bettor, and he's very, very successful as well. Bet the Day, 3-team parlay, all that stuff, Discord, YouTube, TikTok. He's a big fan of all the teams in Boston. He's a Boston guy, okay? Look, for me, it's not as fun to not have a favorite team. It's not as fun to not have teams you like and dislike and root for and don't. I understand putting your stuff aside to try to win money because that's what you're here to do as far as sports betting and gambling is concerned. But at the same time, you still got to be a fan. Otherwise, why are you even doing it? If it's strictly business, that's no fun to me. And this is not strictly business to me, okay? It is to a degree, but I have another job. I have a regular job that I make my income on. I don't make my mortgage payment off doing this. This is a side hustle. It's a hobby. It's something I enjoy. It's something I feel like I've done pretty well at. But to a degree, there's always going to be a fan in me. And I'm going to dislike and like teams, and that's all there is to it. I have no futures on the Celtics. I have no futures on the Avalanche. I've been fading them all year. I'm going to continue to do so, and it may or may not burn me. We'll see what happens. Live by the sword, die by the sword. You can choose not to be a fan, Junior Jam, but I'm going to be a fan, and I think it's no fun not to be a fan. So take the fun out of it. I don't know. It's just not for me then. So moving on to the MLB. Anyway, I will thank you for being here. Thank you for watching my show. Thank you for promoting my content and being around. Even though you like to try to diss me, I really don't give a fuck. MLB today, I like 3 games. I've taken 3 picks. I'm going heavy in baseball. The Cards and the Brewers are matching up. It's been a while since they faced each other. They're division rivals in the Central Division National League. They played 4 times this year. They've averaged 7.75 runs per game, 31 runs in 4 games. Over 7.5, I like it. Plus 100 now. I paid a -110 big for it. Now it's plus 100. It looks like a lot of money is going on the under. Well, quite frankly, I like the over. I understand with, you got Wainwright on the mound starting the game. You got Lauer on the mound starting the game. Both these pitchers are good. Low ERAs, winning records starting off the season. But I think the bullpen's going to let some runs happen late in the game. I think that's when it's going to happen is 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. We're going over 7.5 Cardinals and Brewers. Plus 100 now. It was -110 when I took it this morning. That game's at 7:45, and you'll have to stream it. The other 2 games, I like underdog, money lines, and I believe, both teams are away. So I'm liking the Diamondbacks against the Dodgers today. They've got a pretty good record against them. They've done some damage. They've beaten them. They've competed. They've won run lines for me in the past, plus 1.5. They can compete with the Dodgers. I don't care how good you think the Dodgers are. I think the Diamondbacks can get it done. I think there's value in the money line, plus 155 when I took it, plus 165 now over at Bet Rivers. If you like it, the game is on at 9:40 p.m. on MLB Network, so hit the Diamondbacks there. Yep, everybody's got to get paid, man, and if you're not getting paid, you're not doing it right. I completely understand that. So sometimes if I really don't think that my team has a chance to win and I just don't have the heart to bet on the other side, I'll just leave the game alone or I'll pick a total, Brewers and Cards, who's going to win? That's tough. See, I like the over today. As far as a side, if I had to lean, I'm going to lean Cardinals. I'm going to lean Cardinals all day. I'm from St. Louis. I'm a St. Louis fan. And again, we don't have to agree on whether or not you want to be a fan and sports bet all at the same time. That's my style. It's not for everybody. So I would say Cardinals. Think that they can bring the bigger bats when they're on fire, when they're hot. Lately, they have been pretty hot hitting the ball. Wainwright's their best pitcher. He's their ace, so I give the slight lean to them, but I'm hitting the over today. That's my pick. That's my play. And then finally in the MLB, the Rangers money line plus 107. Now it has dropped to plus 102. Best line you can grab it at is over at FanDuel. They're playing the A's today. We've got White. Oh, no, that's the wrong game. We have Perez, 1.64 ERA, 3-2 start for the Rangers. So he's had a really good start pitching. Against Montas, 3.55 and a 2-4 start. So I think that the wrong team is favored based on the pitching matchup. I understand that the bullpen, the bats may come into play late in the game, like we were talking about with the Brewers and the Cardinals. I just think the Rangers got a shot here, and there's value in this money line. Maybe I'm betting a number. This one's also on at 940. This was the one that's on MLB Network, so my apologies. The Dodgers and D-backs stream it. The Rangers and A's are on MLB Network at 940. And then going back to that Dodgers and Diamondbacks game, White is on the mound for the Dodgers, 6.17 ERA. He's letting a lot of runs cross with a 1-0 start. Castellanos, 4.29 ERA, 3-1 start. So he's looking a little bit better again with the pitching matchups. I think that the wrong team is favored, and I would take the Diamondbacks at home. So we got Rangers plus 102 versus the A's, 940 tonight. MLB Network. We have the Diamondbacks. Texas is away. I like the away dog there. We have the Diamondbacks at home, plus 165 against the Dodgers at 940 tonight. Stream that one. We got the Cardinals and Brewers over 7, plus 100 at 745. Stream that one. Warriors minus 6.5. My official play is minus 7, so I may have to push it, but I took it at 7 at 6.5 now. I'm taking the Warriors to finish the series and to cover the number against the Mavericks games on 9 o'clock TNT. That's in the NBA. And then in the NHL, I'm taking the Carolina Hurricanes puck line minus 1.5. Plus 185 if you grab it at DraftKings against the New York Rangers in Game 5 in Carolina, 7 o'clock on ESPN. That's it for me. I want to thank Junior Jam for coming on, actually commenting and getting interactive, because that's what I want to do. That's what I'm here to do. 3:11 p.m. most days a week, Monday through Friday. Ain't no way to cash playing your teams. I'm Atlanta, yo. I think play Falcons, Hawks all year. For real? Falcons aren't good. We know that. The Hawks were surprisingly good in the playoffs last year. Not so much this year. No, I don't just play my home teams, and I don't just have teams that I like in Detroit. If I play Detroit teams, I'd really be getting destroyed. And I live in Michigan. I lived in Michigan for most of my life, although I did grow up in my early formative years in St. Louis. But I looked at like the Tennessee Titans, like the St. Louis Cardinals. I like a lot of teams. Not just a few teams I don't like. There's a handful, but I'll still bet on teams I don't like most of the time. I bet on the Yankees all the time, and I don't like the Yankees. So, I mean, there's a line. There's just a line. That's why I say play the winner, and you're right, Junior Jam. You're absolutely correct. Play the winners. Play who you think's going to win. If you just don't have the heart to take a team you hate, which sometimes I have been in that boat, and I've laid off games for that reason. And maybe I left money on the table, and that's my bad. So it's something I got to work on. I'm relatively new at this. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I've got the experience of those guys, Johnny and Bo. I don't. Bo's been doing this since 2014, paying his mortgage on it. I don't know how long John's been doing it, but he's making really good money doing it. Like T-Mac, I think me and him are more novice. He's coming up pretty well. He's really focusing on some MLB. Me, myself, personally, I'm trying to get into the MLB. It's really the first year that I've dove into it and really paid attention to what's going on, looking at the numbers, ERAs, and pitching matchups, and wind, and all that kind of stuff. So I get what you're saying, and honestly, we're starting to maybe understand each other a little bit better, which is not a bad thing. So with that being said, check out Johnny Hahn Wins, Bo Dunn Wins, and T-Mac. Those guys coming on lately at 1 o'clock on YouTube on Johnny Hahn Wins and Bo Dunn Wins YouTube channel. Check out Bo Dunn Wins on YouTube and on Facebook. We're trying to get subscribers up on YouTube, so go over there and smash that subscribe button. Hit the notifications bell if you'd like to. Check out his content. He's also got a podcast, Bo Dunn Wins, on Spotify, Apple, all that kind of stuff. He put that out yesterday. I'm not sure if he's putting one out again today or not. Check out Bet the Day, 10 a.m. every day, 7 days a week on YouTube and TikTok with Tanner Kern, 3-Team Parlay Discord, 3-Team Parlay on YouTube. And yeah, I know they're starting to parlay now over there on Johnny and Bo. It's something new. And the only part that makes me snicker a little about it is John really seemed against the parlays for the longest time. And then when he did this, he even said it the other day, I think it was yesterday. The goal was to prove that the parlay bettor is not going to be profitable over time. But so far, they've won so many parlays that it's not really proving his point. You don't parlay anything, that's up to you. I mean, I'm not going to lay $100 on a parlay, you know what I mean? But I'll throw a few bucks on a parlay. I'll throw 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 bucks on a parlay and give it an opportunity. And if you win 1 out of 8 of them, you're profitable. I mean, depending on what the numbers are, depending on how many legs you've got going in. I mean, a 3-leg isn't really that hard to hit, to be completely honest with you. I mean, DraftKings was doing promotions back middle of the NBA season, maybe. I'm thinking it was more like middle of the NBA season, January, February, something like that. And it would be like 7 days, and if you bet a parlay every single day, you put $10 on it for a plus 300 and a 3-leg or higher, then it would build up towards a free bet. And I think it was like 7 days in a row, and you get a $100 free bet. So you bet 70 to get a $100 free bet. Or if you bet 10 days in a row, you get a $120, $150 free bet. Like, it was worth it. Basically, they were going to give you a free bet all at once in the amount that you put down, or even maybe a little bit more. I did it, and I hit a couple of those for $60 or $80 off of 10. And it was totally worth it because I made my money back. Plus, I got a free bet, an opportunity to lay a lot of money, not even my own, on a future, usually is what I'll use that for. I'll take those free bets, I'll use them on futures for NBA, NHL, MLB, and NFL, depending on the time of the year, what have you, so that there's a big payout waiting for me if I pick the right team to win a championship down the road. And if you do those and you follow those promotions and you take advantage of those promotions, you can really, really maximize your possibilities, your potential, and your profits over a long time. Just me. They're just sitting every day. They haven't hit them every day, but they've hit, like, if I remember correctly, I think they've hit like 5 out of 7 or something like that, around there. They've been hitting some really, really juicy plus 600 parlays. 3/4 of the time, we would say. So check those guys out. They're putting some shit together for you. I mean, I can give you a parlay, once in a while. I'll throw one out there as an idea, and I call it an idea because I don't want it to go towards or against my record. They're doing it as a separate experiment, that they're not recording it towards the record as far as the parlay itself, but they are 3 of their straight bets that they do count towards the record, coming from the 3 different guys on there, Bo, Johnny, T-Mac, and sometimes guys in the comments with the chat. Yeah, you don't have the books, DraftKings, FanDuel. Those are the ones that would offer that kind of stuff. Parlay insurance, no risk parlay where you lay $10, and if you lose, you get your $10 back in a free bet. I mean, I know it's not the same as cash, but I mean, it really incentivizes you to do that kind of stuff. I do like Bet Rivers or Sugar House if you have options to get to that. I don't know. They offer like a daily promotion. And it's not anything where you have to do a parlay. On the weekends, it's a parlay thing. But during the week, it's like Tuesday right now is an MLB 20% boost on anything you want. And if you take a straight up minus 110 and you boost 20%, obviously you're going to get a plus 110. You're flipping that number around. And, that's pretty cool. So you don't have that either. Yeah, it is nuts. They've been hitting a lot of parlays. And they've got that bankroll up to like $3,700, $3,800 from 1,000, theoretically. From when they started on those parlays. So it's going really well. And then they're starting a new one now. I think they just started it yesterday, and it pushed, I believe, the over 9 for the Ranger game yesterday. It was 9, so I put it in a parlay, and that was a push as part of my parlay, and I actually got paid out, not full bore, but more than I put down. So it worked out. But it wasn't a scenario where you could double your money and push it. You have to just basically take the money back that you got, because they did that separately as a single. So they put $11 down on a minus 110, I think it was, for an over 9, and it hit 9 exactly. So a push gives you your money back, and then you can turn around and put it on something else. And they're going to keep pressing that. They're trying to do where they hit that bet. So you put $11 down and you win 10, right? You're 21. And then you take the 21 and then you bet again the next day. And they're trying to hit 5 in a row. I think it's like, I don't know. I can't math right now. If it's 20, and then it's 40, and if it's 40, then it's 80, and that's 3. And if it's 80, it's 160. So it'd be about $300 after it all said and done if they hit 5 in a row. And they haven't lost one, but they pushed the first one. So now it's kind of starting from scratch today. And I missed that part, but I did see part of the show, and I did check, and I did lay their parlay. But I'm not going to give it out. If you want the parlay for those guys, go over there and check out their show. Hit them up. hopefully TJ Saltog gets back to doing some numbers on some NBA at some point, or some NFL or some college football. I think he will at some point. It's hard to do that right now in the playoffs because you just can't take those numbers. They don't mean a lot right now when it's not the regular season, as far as the NBA is concerned. And you can't do that with baseball. It doesn't work the same. But we will get back to This Week in Sports Betting. If not sooner, it'll likely be June 10th. Will probably be the next show. And it's a day before the Belmont, third race of the Triple Crown for horse racing. One more time to try to give you some idea winners on horse racing on the Triple Crown. So we did hit that exacta last time. I mean, I got to be honest, I'm not impressed with what it paid. Because usually you hit the best. So the trifectas pay more, and I know that. But even in an exacta at the Preakness, and I hit the top two horses with Epicenter and early voting, and it only paid, I think, about 5 or 6 times my money. And I know that sounds crazy, but I've seen it pay 10 or 20 times your money. Maybe it was the Derby. Maybe that's because there's bigger purse, bigger money involved. But we went a pretty long time this afternoon. Ain't parlaying, lost too much money, and I understand that too. I mean, if it's not for you, it's not for you. It's completely up to you. And sometimes you can lay $1 to win $30,000, and why not try it? But it's up to you. Everybody's got their own preference. I don't go crazy with it, but I'd say that I've been moderately successful. And like I said before, part of that is all based on the promotions that I've taken advantage of, and they've really enticed me to parlay, and they've really enticed me to get involved with it more. And in doing so, I think it's helped me. I think it's helped me understand what I should do. You know, I try to track who's playing hot. And when it comes down to parlays, realistically, what I like to do, if you're going to do a same game, it's NBA or nothing. I'm not going to do a same game parlay. I love the NHL, but I'm not going to bet on somebody to get shots on goal or points or goals or whatever. It's just too crazy. I've done it, but I don't like it. I'd rather bet on NBA same game parlay. If I was going to, let's say I'll do this. I think I'll do it right now. No, I'd have to move money. I don't have money sitting in DraftKings right now. I don't feel like doing that. If I was going to do it tonight, I would probably, and it depends on what the numbers are. I need to know. I have to know the numbers. I can't tell you without it. I would take Golden State cover because I like that play anyway. Like a baseline off of that. Golden State minus 6.5. That's leg number 1. Okay. Leg number 2. Well, it's going to depend on what the numbers are. How high is Curry's total in points? How high do they have Klay Thompson's threes at, or Jordan Poole, or Draymond's rebounds? You know, those are things like that. So let me jump into this real quick, and I can just tell you, if I was going to, what it would be tonight on a same game parlay NBA 3-legger, say about a plus 300 or something like that. It might be higher. We'll see how it all pans out. But I'm on DraftKings. I click the same game parlay, swipe that over, pulls it up. They actually make you lay 7.5 with Golden State if you want to do that. In which case, I don't like that extra number. I'm going to take it money line, minus 260. And let's see, Brunson, no. Poole, Klay, Luka, Curry. I would take Curry over 27.5 plus 100. I'll add that in. I like that. I think that'll happen. Let me go to threes. I'm going to get somebody on some threes here. Poole. 3 plus 3s is plus 205. And I'm thinking that Golden State's going to run away with this a little bit at the end, especially maybe in like the third quarter or something like that. In which case, Poole's going to play more. He kind of runs the B squad over there. So I'm going to take Poole, 3 plus 3s, plus 205. So we've got a money line parlay. You like Luka 40 points? What do you want me to take out, Junior? So here's what I put together. And I may actually go somewhere else and take it. It may not be the exact same odds because I just don't feel like moving money around right now. I got most of my money at Bet Rivers and some offshores. Yeah, hypothetically. What I put together here was the Golden State Warriors money line. Steph Curry over 27.5 points. And Jordan Poole 3 plus 3s. Maybe we take Curry out because if we think that they're going to command the lead and halfway through the third quarter and really kind of take starters out, then Curry might not get that many more. So let's take Curry out. But if Dallas isn't going to stop trying, right? They're going to keep trying to come back because their back's against the wall, right? So let me go back to points. Let me go to Luka Doncic. They only let me go up to 36.5, but I can go over 36.5 for Luka. Golden State money line and Poole with 3 plus 3s and it's plus 750. The Curry 27.5 points, pool 3+3s, and Warriors money line was plus 625. Just to give you an idea. And if you lay $10, it's 75, and if you lay $10 on the one that I talked about previously, it would be 62.50, and that's your profit plus your $10 back. And who's gonna break Curry's ankle tonight? I don't know about that. We don't want that. I don't want that. I'll tell you right now. And this isn't even as much about who I like and who I don't. This is more about who I have money on at this point, to be completely honest with you. So based on not liking the Celtics and the Avalanche, I may have made a grave mistake by not taking futures on them sooner. Now it's too late. There's no value in it. So those two teams, if they both win the championships this year, I'm going to be really, really fucking upset. Okay. I've got where I stand to make probably 5 times the cumulative amount that I put down on NBA futures if the Golden State Warriors win, about 4 times if the Mavs win, but I just don't think it's going to happen now. And if the Heat win, I pretty much break even on the money I put down on my futures. If the Celtics win, I am SOL. Okay. In the NHL, if the Blues win, I can get about 10 times what I had put down cumulatively in futures in the NHL futures market for the Stanley Cup Finals champion. If the Oilers win, it's 7.5 times. If the Flames win, it's about 5 times. Lightning would pretty much break me even. Avalanche's SOL nothing. What else we got? East. I don't see it being the Panthers. I think they're dead. I think they're about to go down in a sweep. I don't think it's the Rangers, and I really don't think that anybody can. I don't think anybody in the East can beat the Lightning. I think that the West could. I think the Oilers might be able to. Flames might be able to. The Avalanche, unfortunately, might be able to. If it comes down to Avalanche, Lightning, I'm so rooting Lightning, just to break even on my future bets. If it comes down to anybody else, Blues, Oilers, or Flames, I'm rooting Western Conference. And I really did say for weeks and weeks and weeks, months and even, that the champion would come out of the Western Conference in both the NBA and the NHL. So, yet to be seen. Write it down. Curry get ankle broke second quarter. Dallas win 112-98. Bold predictions from Junior Jam on the BP311's Weekday Sports Pick Show live. That's going to do it for us. I'm going to recap these plays one more time since we rambled on for a little while. Thank everybody for joining me, whether it's live or after the fact. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's build the channel. Let's build the network. Let's all help each other out to grow. Canes -1.5 puck line versus the Rangers, plus 185 tonight in the NHL. Game 5 in Carolina, NHL 7 p.m. ESPN. That's 1. Golden State Warriors -6.5 versus the Dallas Mavericks, -110 consensus. Game 5 in Golden State, NBA 9 p.m. TNT. That's 2. Major League Baseball 7:45 p.m. Stream this game over 7.5 runs. St. Louis Cardinals, Milwaukee Brewers. That's 3. LA Dodgers at Arizona Diamondbacks. I'm taking the Diamondbacks money line plus 165. Games on at 9:40. Stream that one. That's 4. Texas Rangers at Oakland A's. Money line for the Rangers plus 102. Games on at 9:40 on MLB Network. That's where you can check it out. That's 5. That's the recap. That's the show. Almost 30 minutes today. Didn't expect it, but hey, it was fun. It was good. Let's see. Dallas money line, Curry under points, and Curry hurt plus 800. I don't think that they'll let you take I've never seen a book that would let you take a prop on a player getting injured in the game for any sport. But if you can find that, you can PM me, DM me, comment after the fact. I'm getting out of here. It's 30 minutes. Thanks, Junior. It was fun today. I will see you guys tomorrow at 3:11 p.m. right here on YouTube and Twitch for BP311's Weekday Sports Pick Show. Also, check me out on TikTok, BP311, spelled out BP, THREEELEVEN. Keep it profitable.